Hello loves and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to share this resource with you guys and we're going to talk a little bit about Dominican plant medicine and herbalism. I'm really excited to talk about this and just kind of we're gonna get into it. But anyway, before we get started, don't forget to use the code Valentine's 2023 to get 22% off all of my services. The link to my website will be in the description. Also, don't forget to sign up, since we're talking about herbalism, don't forget to sign up for the herbalism workshop. This is part 2 of the herbalism workshop series. We're going to talk about working with the element of water specifically. So how we infuse stuff, both spiritually and medicinally. So that way you know how to make different formulations and such. It's going to be a very educationally intensive workshop. So we're gonna start getting into the meat and potatoes of making your own plant medicine. And I am working on my really intensive list of herbal book recommendations because I want to make sure I give you guys like a good base to get, and this is going to be this is getting its own dedicated video because it's free. Okay. What is this? This is the Dominican Medicinal Plants, a guide for healthcare providers. It is all about Dominican plant medicine, and this book is literally a labor of love. I designed the cover, so I got it coil binded today. I designed the cover. Let me just give you a little bit of a zoom in into the photos. So I have Anacaona there. I have my Yuca Yuca there. I have, Chinola, which is like my favorite. I have like the island. I have, island vibes. So I got a coil binder today. This is how thick she is on a double-sided. It is literally almost 500 pages. She is a big book. Like, this is a textbook material. But basically, I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit of a background on this. Again, it's free to download, and I'm really making this video for other, Quisqueyano out there, reconnecting Tainos from Quisqueya, and even just regular Dominicans within the diaspora, New Yorkers, Dominicans who, are first generation, second generation, whatnot, who would love something like this, would love a resource like this, and would love to have access to a resource like this. This is a really cool book because what they did was, and by they I mean this was created by the New York Botanical Garden. They basically they were surveying Dominicans who migrated to New York City for years, cross-reference with brujos, brujas, spiritualists, herbalists from the islands. Also has the as far as the scientific different studies that have been done on different medicines, how it is used in the island, the names in the island for what it is used in the island for. So you have a lot of the medicinal information, you have spiritual information if you're trying to understand some of the tools. It even talks about Florida water, it talks about palo de XYCMB. It really talks about vaginal douching. It talks there's so much information in here, so much information, and a lot of this stuff I grew up with, so it's so cool to see it broken down in this very scientific way. It talks about the safeties, contraindicators, drug interactions, laboratory data, and it talks about safety. It talks about different parts of the plants that are used. When I tell you this book is a labor of love, because there's a whole section for each single plant that you're gonna look at. There's going to be a section that's gonna say Dominican uses for the plant, which is gonna be how it is used in the islands, and that is essential information if you're someone that doesn't go to the island all the time, was not raised there, but have the ancestry and would like to learn more and be educated more on this. This is a free resource. It is free to download from the New York Botanical Gardens website. They have it available for free. This is the web version, so it doesn't have the pictures of the plant which is totally fine, honestly. You can Google the pictures of the plant as you kind of go along, but I already know what most all of these look like, so because I grew up with it. There's also different foods and different things that are spoken about in here, and just in order to kind of talk about how it is used in the island. So it's not always like there's plátano in here, there's oats, there's like, you know, they have pineapples, like even like honey, how it is used, all of this kind of stuff, different preparations. They talk about that as well. They have like the Spanish name, the English name, other common names like folk names. They have like it has so much information. It has resources to like scientific literature. It has like laboratory data. It has like botanical descriptions, safety and precautions, references. Like when I tell you, this is an amazing resource for, you know, someone who is trying to study the roots and trying to like just it's just such a great resource to have. That's why I wanted to have it bound, because I am currently in the process of collecting different herbal books from the islands in general, like the Greater Antilles, the Lesser Antilles, for my own personal research, because there is a project that I'm personally working on for myself. And so I've been going through island to island and gathering my resources, and you will see some of those books pop up in my herbal, like my large herbal recommendations list, because you know I'm not going to leave the islands like dry and just focus on, you know, books written by gringos. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to mention some of them, but it's going to be largely like POC herbal books and herbal medicine and stuff like that. And so this is such an amazing resource because it's free. So all I did was like, I went to Staples and I had it coil binded, but I designed the front cover. So the actual front cover, like when you download the PDF, it looks like that, right? So what I did is just that I, you know, I got a little creative and I put some photos together. I wanted like my yuca yeket there. I wanted, you know, Anacaona there. I wanted like the bohío there. I wanted like a beautiful shot of the island. Like I just wanted to make it like my own, like make it more me, because this is something that I'm going to be cross-referencing often for many different reasons. I had sent this book to my mom and she was like freaking out because she was one of my plant medicine elders as I was growing up. It was just like a lot of my herbal training comes from my mom's side of the family, so it just means so much to me to have this resource, have it like they cross-reference information from different Dominicans as well. Like if they noticed that, you know, as they were serving a lot of Dominicans for a specific thing, if they mentioned similar things, they would say, oh, this is actually commonly used. So it, like, even looking at the background information to how this book was made, which is in the book, it's literally a love letter to Dominicans. This is something that was made for the diaspora within New York City, and it took a long time. I have so much respect for this project. It is also in Taino Library as well, if you didn't want to download it, because it is a large book, so I know, you know, it takes up space. It is in Taino Library. I will leave the link to Taino Library below, because it does have the web reader and the e-reader that you can just like read on like the website or the app. So I will have that link down below. But I just really wanted to take a moment and just share this amazing resource to those who are studying Dominican plant medicine and want to know more, want to even like knowing the names of how it's spoken in the island and stuff like that, so you can reference it. So when you're speaking to your family members and you can ask about it, you can, you know, dive in deeper with it. And this is something that 1000% I would love to just bring to the island and even write additional notes and write and you know, write, you know, more things that I can talk to my aunt about, talk to my, you know, my other elders about, and just be like, oh, this is something that, you know, was written here. Like, how do you work with this? Like, is this like would be accurate for you? Like, would you use this differently? All this kind of stuff. Like, I would love to just do a deeper dive. But yeah, so stay tuned for my herbal book recommendation list that is coming. I'm gonna make a master list of herbal book recommendations, but I really just wanted to take a moment to just really share this with you guys. I am so happy with the way this came out. Like, she is beautiful. It just, it reminds me of home. It makes me miss my family so much and my island so much. But I'm just so happy that I have this resource. I'm so happy that they didn't only work with Dominican herbalists, but they also worked with like brujos, brujas, like spiritualists from the island. That's so cool. And you know, botanica owners, and having those resources is so important. So yeah, if that's something that you wanted to like, you know, dive in deep into, it's a free resource. Again, I'm bougie, I had to get mine printed out and bind it so I can reference it, but you can absolutely, you know, see it digitally, and then you can search up different things obviously during the PDF, so you'll be able to kind of like quick search and stuff like that, which is cool. But yeah, I hope that, you know, you guys understand why I did this video. This video is very like, it's close to my heart. I just wanted to really shout this out, and just a big thank you to the New York Botanical Garden for even doing this project, and for the people who invested their time and worked on it. Like, thank you. But I hope that this helps somebody. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you've been looking for. And we'll be talking a lot more about, again, plant medicine as part of one of the main goals of this channel for this year. It's going to be plant medicine and plant education. So I want to give you guys like really good resources, and because this is free, it's like 500 pages of free education. Like, okay, I'm gonna give it to y'all. So thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much. I will definitely see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and all of the things. And don't forget to check out the Patreon and everything down below. I will see you on the next one.